Welcome to a new series I'm calling Stuff I Was Supposed to Film During Black History Month, but I have terrible time management skills. And also, I can talk about black movies whenever I want, all year long even. So we're going to start off strong with The Whiz. This is one of those movies that really proves that there are two Americas, because I was really surprised at the number of my white cinema loving friends who had never even heard of The Whiz and were shocked to find out about it. And I rewatched this recently. I'm not even someone who really cares about musicals that much. Like, I respect them. It's not my thing, but this is just iconic. The costumes, the set design. It's such a wonderful, it really meant a lot to me as a kid because of just the fantastic way that it shows parts of New York City. Like, the train station scene would be terrifying to anybody, but it definitely was terrifying to me as someone who had to ride the subway every day as a part of my daily life. Iconic cast. It's one of the few movies Michael Jackson ever did, and he's so young, and I really can't say enough about this. The music is also so good. It's such a vibe. The colors, the costumes. Richard Pryor's in it. Like, if you've not seen this one, you really should. Like, it's amazing. You can get the Blu-ray for $8. $8. Come on. And so next up, we've got The Assailant. Now, I love action movies. I love kung fu movies. This is a Brazilian martial arts movie. Mainly they use capoeira in this. I really enjoyed. Now, unfortunately, I cannot find a subtitled version of this. I think the only thing that might exist in region A for Americans is a dubbed version of this movie. I really would have loved to hear a version of this in the original Portuguese, but I couldn't. I think I have to get a multi-regional DVD player, I think, finally, for that to happen. But I haven't. And the cinematography in this is gorgeous. I love the surreal way it brings in the spiritual aspects of capoeira, the orishas, without any CGI, but it's beautiful. Brazil is beautiful. It's a beautiful story, but it's also just like a classic action movie. Really can't recommend this enough. Get it used for $10. It's a great one to watch with the family, especially if you love action movies. Like, you can't go wrong with this. This is one of those ones I've seen a bunch of times. It's always a good time. The ending is kind of melancholy, though, I have to say. Like, I think the story is somewhat based in real life. And so just a warning, it's not the most lighthearted ending you've ever seen. Okay. So I'm just going to throw that out there. Next up, we have got For the Love of Ivy. Now, I'm also not much of a rom-com person, so I think this is probably going to be the only one on the list. And this isn't even something that I sought out intentionally to watch. It's just one of those things, like, I happened to catch it right at the beginning when it was coming on. What was it? I think it was HBO. It came on TV and I saw it and I sat down and watched it. And that's one of the things I miss about the before times in the streaming era. It's like, if you can't always be trusted to pick movies for yourself. Sometimes it's good to see something that you wouldn't necessarily pick because that you can enjoy it. This is a great. I had a lot of fun with this. Sidney Poitier is really good in it. It's a story about a maid who works who has, I think, somewhat of a boring life. Sidney Poitier is kind of like a rakish figure. Wasn't expecting to fall in love with her, and he falls in love with this woman. The ending is really funny. I really recommend this. This I haven't added to my collection yet because it's $30 for the Blu-ray, which is a little bit more than I usually like to pay for my physical media. But it's definitely something I'm going to add to my collection eventually. I'm hoping a used copy is going to come up. But it hasn't yet. But $30, it's not the end of the world. And if you like rom-coms, if you like Sidney Poitier, you should see it. You won't regret it. And next up, if you have ever wondered what Olivia Pope's father is doing when he's not terrorizing her, yes, this is a young Joe Morton, and this is kind of a classic uh pull. It came out a long time ago. Brother from Another Planet. Another one that I have not had a chance to add to my collection yet. I'm waiting for a used copy to come up, but there probably aren't a lot of copies, and the people that do have them probably want to hold on to them. This is the story of a runaway slave from another planet. This really hurt my feelings the first time I watched it. I remember it had such a melancholy undertone to the whole thing. I really, really have to rewatch it though. To be honest, I'm just throwing it on there because I just think it's one of those ones that Black cinephiles are kind of required to watch. All right. Next up, we have a documentary, The Life and Crimes of Doris Payne. Now, I saw this a long time ago. I think I went and saw a screening of it. I'm not sure how I saw this. It's really hard to find. The DVD is $80. This is not even a Blu-ray. This is a regular DVD. But it was amazing. This is a documentary about a real woman, a young Black woman who grew up to be a jewel thief. And she just is basically telling her stories of traveling all around the world, stealing jewelry. She's one of the most interesting women, I think, that has ever had a documentary made about them. Really hard to find, but it's like kind of, I mean, who hasn't thought about living the life of a jewel thief before security cameras were a thing? I remember distinctly her telling this story about getting arrested in France, but the women's prison didn't have the jail, the local jail they took to her to didn't have a women's section, so they took her to a hotel, like this luxurious hotel, because they couldn't put her up anywhere else. And then for some reason they had a nun watching her. And she said the woman looked at her. She was supposed to go somewhere so they could search her, but they had to have a nun present. And they left her alone with this nun at some point. And she said that she looked in this woman's eyes and could tell that she wanted her to get away. And so she crawled out of a window or something. And she got away because the nun just let her go, because that's just what it was like in the 60s, I guess. If you can, I don't like, again, this is going to be hard to find, but hearing this woman's stories was an experience.